away from the eye. Smith checks over to the sideline, looks to coaches to get exactly the right play. Now he's going to audible there at the line, let everybody know what's happening. Smith is under center. Going to back up, go down the line. Hands off to his tailback. Of course, that's big number 16, Daryl Dunlap. Daryl's going to pick up another 4 or 5 yards. Nice little gainer, brings up third down.
Just off a little isolation play off the right side behind Mitch Mathis and Wellington Callaway. He's able to pick up about 6 or 7 yards. It'll be third down and 3. Actually, third down and 2.
It's about 2.
A long 2. So, and you guys listening on the radio may hear some of the overflow. We may have to normally close the door. They're from the Carrollton coaches getting a little bit loud.
We'll pitch the ball. It's going to fall on the ground. Let's see who gets on it.
It's a Carrollton ball, guys.
Yeah. Carrollton's going to get on it. They had a big rush on us that time before we even get around the end. Will tried to pitch it. It was hit, knocked down. And Carrollton's going to have the ball deep inside Tiger territory.
That was number 89 for Carrollton there. I don't have his name. He made a great play on the end there.
That's Brandon Walton, a senior tight end.
Quarterback tried to run the option that way, and he did a great job of taking the quarterback into Forster.
Yeah, he took just about everybody he could take on that one.
Well, he's big enough to.
Now here comes Carrollton. They go right to the line of scrimmage.
Speaking of big guys, Carrollton, the entire interior offensive line and defensive line are just huge. Man for man, they probably outweigh us 40, 50 pounds.
Quarterback number 17, Garrett, going to hand off on the left side. He's going to chew up a few yards there. They can get a first down inside the 1. He's going to get real close to it. It's like down to about the 4, Tony?
He's actually going to mark the ball on about the 3-yard line. Going to be about second down, about a yard and a half, 2 for a first down. They got to get for a first down.
10:29 left to go in the first quarter play. No score. Carrollton, though, has the ball after a turnover as they were able to knock the ball away on a pitch. As the quarterback, Garrett, will again go under center. Single back in the backfield, runs a wing to the far side. And Wing's going to take the ball and go into the end zone for a score for the Carrollton Trojans. So real quick, with 10-12 left to go in just the first quarter, and we mentioned that they score early, that's going to be 6-0. We'll wait to the point after touchdown.
We talked about turnovers hurting us and trying to maintain mistake-free football, and within the first 2 minutes of the game, actually a minute and a half of the game, we wind up doing a toss pitch and fumbling the football. They take over 2 plays later. They're in the end zone. So 6-0 Carrollton, waiting the extra point.
You don't need to give a team like this any extra help. Carrollton set to kick it. The quarterback Garrett's going to hold, and we got some movement in the line. They'll back them up more than likely. I think that's going to be against Carrollton. Yep. So false start.
Okay. You correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but we've seen the same Carrollton team last year, and either they've eaten a lot of food over the winter, but they just look so much bigger this year.
Now they are a big bunch of boys. Of course, last year's score was 45-13, so we're hoping we don't have a repeat of that. Ball gets kicked up and in, 7-0 with 10-12 left to go. The first quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 1240 WLAG.
If you're looking for a great time, gather up your friends and head to the Brick House Grill in downtown LaGrange. Enjoy live entertainment every weekend. Thursday nights, it's karaoke as well as ladies' night. On Saturdays, come cheer for your favorite college football team and enjoy their football specials. Check out their new menu. Sunday from 11 until 3, the Brick House Grill has their family lunch specials. They have plenty of TVs to watch exciting NFL action. The Brick House Grill, Broome Street in downtown LaGrange.
WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
So the offense will be back on the field one more time as Carrollton sets to kick the ball off again to us. There's the kick. Strong kick. It goes into the end zone, and it's going to hit there. They'll bring it out to the 20. And guys, he seems almost effortless with it. It's not a high kick. Kind of a mid-range, but it's just got so much on it. It's traveling into that end zone.
Coach Mitchell was down here talking to the defense unit, and Travasky Callaway obviously was a little upset about the scoring so quick, and I think Coach and Dikembe Billings is down there trying to remind them what position we need to be playing, what technique we need to be playing. So, but anyway, it's back to offense as the Tigers take over again on their second possession, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
They go back to the I formation. Bonner's going to be in the fullback position. Dunlap back to tailback. Smith takes a snap. Toss loop to Dunlap. He's going to try to get to the outside. Good job by the defensive end. Now he's going to cut. Get it past the 20. We'll go out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Just a little tall sweep, trying to get outside the corner. Tony coming your way, and he had to fight for those 4 yards, huh?
Well, he got a good block on the corner out here from the tight end, Reuben Hurston, on this side. Listen to Reuben. R.J. here, Reuben's son, so I'm telling my age. But, yeah, good gain on first down for the Tigers. They picked up almost 5.
We'll switch things out.
Desmond Shealy in it.
Shealy will be coming in.
That's right. A little bit more depth to the read option offense, even though he comes up under center.
Trey Towns will be in there as well. Dunlap will take the snap, get across the 25 to about the 26. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
I tell you what, that middle, Tony, they've really got to rely on that Hudson at center and Mathis at one of the guards and Hernandez at another guard. Really got to come off that football and open up some holes if we're going to run those quick traps and little isolation plays.
And there's some serious leather popping between these offensive and defensive lines. That's a pretty good matchup, and I think as the game goes on, whoever wins that battle will probably come out better on the scoreboard too.
Kelson McCutcheon splits wide to this near side with Florence on the far side. Shealy going to hand the ball again to Dunlap, trying to go off that right side. Not a whole lot there. Bring up 4th down. We'll have to punt it away.
And again, it's really easy for us to see up here, but it just shares the world. We pull that ball and go around the corner, not on an option necessarily, but, it would be an option read. But it on the Carrollton side of the field at that time, it looked like it was certainly wide open. We had a good block out there by Hunter Newton to kind of freeze that corner. And the Tigers are going to be looking at options like that.
Wide splits for the Tigers as they're going to step the ball. Smith's going to take it, get the kickoff. Just about hit him. He's going to call it for a fair catch back at the 44-yard line. That's where Carrollton will have it 1st and 10 across the 50.
So a little bit of, I wouldn't say good field position for the Carrollton Trojans, but breathing room for the Tigers. Defensively this time, they're not starting with their backs to the goalpost inside the red zone. Be interested to see what kind of, now with really a stretched out field, what the Trojans will do as far as on offense. And again, what are the Tigers going to do, Tony? Are they going to set up a blitz package that is going to play man up? Let's just see what kind of zone they do as far as, is it cover 2? Is it cover 3?
Well, I think, we really didn't have a chance with only 2 plays in that last drive to figure out what Carrollton's going to do with us. As they're going to come in real tight, double wing formation, single back in the backfield behind the quarterback. And he's going to take the snap. He's going to abandon motion coming this near side. And they're going to call us for being in the neutral zone, I believe. That's going to give 5 yards to Carrollton.
Well, the right side of the defense, Tony, it looks like the move might have been Dunlap from his down position. He had moved up from his linebacker position.
Actually, they're going to call it against Carrollton.
Well, good, because I'm thinking,
the drawn off. That's what it was.
That's what it was. Good. We'll take the backup yardage any way we can get it.
I did not see that movement from my vantage point down here. The Carrollton coaching staff is asking what number, and I can't see exactly who that was, but evidently there was a flinch in the middle of the line that caused the Tigers to jump off sides.
So 1st and 15 for Carrollton. They break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Tight splits and also a double wing set, so 2 tight end set. Single back to the backfield behind the quarterback, Garrett. They put a man in motion coming this near side. Going to do a little cross buck in the backfield. A good job by our defense to read that well. Gain of only about 1. It's going to be 2nd down and 14.
I was isolating on Big Devin Power, and it was a trap play, a little inside trap where the slot back came across and tried to cut it up inside. And I tell you, Devin Power took out about 2 offensive linemen. And it's going to take Tony and Jack 2 guys to block Power all night long.
Yeah, he's a space eater, and we mean that as a compliment. That's exactly his job. Occupy those blockers where those linebackers can make those tackles.
So here comes Carrollton once again. They're going to put him in a little bit to the far side. Again, that wingback comes back in motion to this near side. Pitch to the far side. And we're going to hit him. Got to wrap up, bring him down. He gets across the 45 to the 46. He's going to be short of the 1st down. Brings up 3rd and 7.
It's kind of a little counter pitch, if you will. Tony, did you see they kind of countered toward us and then they pitched it back on a little, really not a toss, but a pitch.
One thing you'll notice, guys, from the booth, you can see a little better than I can. A lot of motion on offense with Carrollton. Guys going several different directions at one time. And, it's a lot of half the task is finding the football and who's got it.
They do it kind of counterintuitive. They'll bring a back from the far side to the near side, and then they'll go back the way that the back came from. So, again, a man in motion coming back to this near side. Quarterback will take it. He's going to keep it, go upfield, and he's shoestring tackled at the 45, but he's going to get a 1st down.
Good job by senior Devontae Swanson. The quarterback took faked it to the one of the wing backs, and they actually run a wing tee. Was able to fake it and turn it up the middle. Big, is it Will Garrett or Sam Turner?
Will Garrett.
Will Garrett turn it up the middle, picked up about 6 yards. I only needed 5, but if it hadn't been for Swanson grabbing that ankle, he might have been still running.
7:18 left to go in the first quarter of play. 7-0 your score. Carrollton leading right now. Carrollton has the ball moving left to right. Put a man in motion back to this near side. Going to turn around. Hand the ball off in the trap play. Going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards. Again, we're doing pretty well on that inside of the interior of the line.
Well, you're right, Jack. And Tony, you mentioned in the wing tee, there's a ton of motion, always have been, and Carrollton's run that for years. And this is really the first offense that we've seen this year run a wing tee. LaGrange went away from it a few years ago. There are those that are just hardcore wing tee folks, and I think Carrollton stuck with it through all these years.
Well, they've been broke, don't fix it, So, but you're right. The Tigers are doing a good job shutting down that inside game, but that's effective. You establish that fullback, and then you can go outside.
Again, the man in motion. Looks like I'm going to pitch it to him around the backside. And we're going to hit him and not wrap up. He's going to get more yards after the play. Cuts back in midfield, and he's gone. 10-5, touchdown for Carrollton. And that little back, number 2.
Trey Chivers, I believe. Chivers.
Is that 2 or 1 out there that ran that?
It was number 1.
That's Chivers.
Yeah, he's a good back. Had a good balance that time. Got hit several times and just able to wiggle his way down the sidelines from about the 34.
Yeah, he's got a burst of speed there. About the 20 was gone.
So give credit to tell you what, they're one of the best 10-2 teams I've seen in a long time.
Guys, he put a move on one of the Tiger defensive backs at about the 10 that was really impressive.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and that kick is in the auditorium parking lot. 6:19 left to go in the first quarter play. 14-0 is your score. The Tigers trailing. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
Restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back as Carrollton kicks the ball again, something they've done several times tonight already. And it's going to go into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and we'll have it for first and 10. The Tigers fumbled in their first drive, gave them the ball at the 11. Carrollton took it in and scored really quick on 2 plays. Then the Tigers went 3 and out, punted back to the 43, and Carrollton then simply took that down the field and scored 14-0. And that's where we are with 6:19 left to go in the first quarter of play. And guys, one of the stats we mentioned is that they do put a lot of points on the board in the first quarter. And they have been men of their word so far. There we go again. And Shealy's going to be in there at the quarterback. Twins to the far side. And right off the right side is going to be Dunlap. He's going to be upended. Picked up in the air and kind of slammed down. A gain of 1. Second. And I guess give us 1.5. Second and a long 8.
But it sure enough looks like Mitch Mathis was trying to block 3 people at that time, and they just is good and good at techniques he played. As big of a young man as he is, it's still kind of hard to block 3 guys at one time. So let's see what the Jay Floyd offensive unit has. See what they can figure out as far as this type of defense that Carrollton's running.
Townsend at the tailback going to cut up field and a little toss, not really so much a sweep as he kind of tossed to an inside play. Gets another. Actually, they has maybe give another yard or so. That's about it. Yeah. Third down.
Third and 8, and just a little toss sweep. And I tell you, the pursuit from the Trojans is so great. I actually think that they're a lot faster tonight that I've seen on offense and defense than Sandy Creek, and that's saying a lot in the last few years.
The Tigers going to have twins to the far side. Shealy roll to his right, got a man in his face. Dodge him, going to throw it and try to complete it to Florence, who's hit hard right after the catch. Going to fall incomplete, brings it 4th down. We have to punt it away.
Well, and I apologize for the language coming out of the Carrollton booth. If you guys can hear us over there, we need to probably.
I can't hear.
Okay. Kind of get a little excited over there, but that was an incomplete pass. Bring up 4th down and 8. Was wide open. Wouldn't have been a first down, I don't believe. It would have probably been 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 8. But at any rate, Will Smith will come in. He'll stand on about the 8-yard line, and certainly hope he gets a good punt off. Maybe just a little bit better than he had last time.
And there's the snap. Steps up, gets the kickoff. A lot of they come right at him, and the fair catch called for back at the 49-yard line.
Good pursuit by the Tigers.
So Carrollton again with the ball, this time coming from the 49 across the 50.
Jack, you and Greg had asked me earlier about what Carrollton did last year, and I was talking to some people on the sideline down here, and I was incorrect. They only got to the second round. They got beat in the second round. I believe it's either in double or triple overtime by Marist last year, 43-37. So
imagine they kind of feel like they need to make a statement this year to kind of get that back.
But you know, one thing I've noticed, guys, I don't know, they have already rotated a lot of defensive linemen in only 2 or 3 series, so they got a lot of players who can contribute. There you go.
Garrett, the quarterback, has a man coming in. He's going to pass the ball this time. Sets back a lot of time, throws it across the middle, complete. This time it's going to be to Shivers. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. And he can run and he can catch.
Well, from his wing position, he was in motion. He slipped out right outside the tight end and got behind the linebacker in a little open zone about 8 yards deep, wide open. And it was just one of those that if he'd have dropped it, he would have been really embarrassed. He picks up a first down, and not only that, but more yardage, about 18-yard gain. Ball sets on the Tiger 31-yard line, and the Carrollton's at it again.
They're back under center, the quarterback, Garrett. So go back to the backfield, puts a wing, going to the far side. He'll fake the handoff to him. He'll roll to this near side. Got some pressure. Tossed right out in the open in the flats. He's at the 20, down to the 10. And we're going up in and just fold him up right there at the 10-yard line, but not after a big gain. This number 3, Malik Shepard, senior running back from Carrollton.
Well, you had Vanquest Bonner and Devontae Swanson just all over there, and Brandon Hurd really up into the guy, but not after a 20-yard gain. And again, you had both the linebacker and the corner leaving their man. And then, of course, he's standing in the flat all alone. It would have been real easy to pick up 20 yards. So got a lot of guys on defense not really playing their good position at this point in time.
Yeah. Let's see, a man in motion, going to hand the ball off to number 2, Terrell, who's going to fight his way inside. Again, that's 3 running backs, guys, number 1, number 2, number 3. And he has found a way to get down the field pretty well against us. That's another touchdown for Carrollton.
They're just effortlessly moving down the field. Tony, I know from down there where you were at, of course, we're also not locking up and tackling either.
Very well on that play, but you got to give Carrollton a lot of credit. They got a lot of weapons, a lot of athletes, and you mentioned that big old line. They don't look as big when you get down here from the waist down. Those young men have been in the weight room doing a lot of squats, I guarantee you.
Snap hold kick is up, and that kick is good.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945. They have daily lunch specials for only $5.95, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs. Thursdays, Rogers has all-you-can-eat catfish, which along with their stew is famous throughout the region, and they proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish. Dine in or use their convenient drive-thru, Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX Result Agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
One strategy there, Jack, might be that, and Tony, we catch that ball and actually run it out of the end zone. And I only say that because it looked like the Trojans were kind of just jogging down the field.
Well, I imagine their coverage team hasn't hit a lot of people this year.
They're just tired of running after so many touchdowns, you think.
But, you notice their entire line, their entire kickoff team went to the football, even after it was blown dead. So, again, Coach T and his staff, and when you look at the number of staff they have over there, no wonder they're good.
They got a coach per player. Is that what you're saying?
1 or 2, yeah.
A little extra tutoring. Sheely going to be the ball carrier from Fumble on the play.
That looks like it might be Carrollton ball again, guys.
Sheely was in the quarterback again. Carrollton's now going to have the ball at the 23-yard line. And guys, I don't know if Will Smith is hurt or what's going on, but it's just very curious to me for him not to be in there. And these are little parts of the game. Sheely, of course, a very athletic young man, does a great job, but just the poise we've seen by Will Smith so far this season.
Let me see if I can get on there and find you an answer, see if Smith's hurt or anything.
That'd be great, because it's just a little little concerned, and it seems a little odd as we fumble the ball again right there. That's our second turnover. This time on the first play.
It just looks like the Tigers are self-destructing, and they've played a whole lot better than this. And
oh gosh, yes. I mean, you hold the former state champions to 21-0, and now already Carrollton put that on you in the first quarter, and they could knock on the door and do it the third time right here. And it's again going to hand the ball to their tailback. He just goes right through the middle, takes a left step, and Shepard's going to get down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, and I don't know. You're not making excuses. The Tigers certainly don't look. They do not look near the team that they have looked all season, and certainly not the team that they looked like last week against Sandy Creek. And for whatever reason, of course, being down 3 touchdowns in the first quarter will have a way of really taking any kind of emotional steam that you had and any kind of breath you had away real quick.
They'll roll them up to the near side. Double wing formation. They're going to put the man in motion. And the quick handoff to the wing back coming around to this near side. Gets inside the 5 to the 3. Brings up second down and 3. Actually, second and goal from the 3.
Again, again, we talked about the wing tee. A lot of motion. Just handed off to his motion back and just following his big block and right around the corner and picked up about 6 yards. And the ball will be inside the 5-yard line down on the 3.5, maybe, Tony, second and go.
That's exactly right, Greg.
Quarterback Garrett goes back under center, double wing formation. Wing coming from the far side, takes it. Garrett's just going to call his own number and fight his way. Good job of fighting. He goes right into the end zone. So that's a touchdown again for Carrollton.
A big quarterback. Now he looks here, Tony, he stands about 6'2", 6'3", and really had some powerful legs to be able to drag 2 tacklers into the end zone.
Well, you can take great athletes, and when they work hard in the weight room, and when they develop those skills and talents that they have, all these Carrollton kids spend a lot of time in the weight room. And he's probably 6'1", maybe.
Okay.
But you're right, from the waist down, again, very powerful young man.
Mm-hmm. He'll be doing the holding duties here. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 3:11 left to go in the first, 28-0. Let's take a quick break.
And this will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760. Love this
guy. Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Tough night for the Tigers so far. 28-0. They're trailing the Carrollton Trojans. Carrollton kicks the ball off again from the 40. There's the kick. Higher kick than before. It goes a little bit deeper into the end zone. Bounces there. We don't even make a move towards it. And the Tigers will bring it out to the 21st and 10.
Yeah, it looks like Will Smith. Excuse me, Greg, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Looks like Will Smith's going to be back under center for this series.
Guys, I'm looking at just the season before us. 37 is the most that really 34 against Callaway. This maybe the most that's been scored against us. And already here, the first quarter play, 28 points have been put on the board. This is just not the same sort of Troup team that we've seen so far in this season.
But, guys, you can't put the ball on the ground against anybody.
Well, especially a team like this.
Especially a team. When you give a team like this a short field, you're really sealing your own fate.
So here come the Tigers. Smith under center. Going to hand the ball off into the line. Nice drive by the Tigers. Going to get about 6 yards on that one. Second down and 4.
Well, again, you got to stay with what you know right now, and until they get a little bit of offensive confidence built up, you give the ball to Darryl Dunlap, and you put him up behind Newton and Mathis and let him just drive up for yards. He picks up 6 hard yards. Second and 4 as the Tigers look really good on that play. That's the only time they look good tonight.
This is the 5th time they've had the ball in the first quarter, guys. Split backfield. Smith, again, going to hand the ball off right into the line. Get another couple of yards. Third down and short.
Tony and Jack, it'd be nice if we could actually pick up a first down this time. It would be kind of a confidence builder. And it kind of, you get the ground game running, and then you may actually have an opportunity to throw the ball a couple times.
Well, if nothing else, to give you defensive break. That's what I'm saying? I can't believe it's 2:20 going still in the first quarter.
Yeah, it seems like it's later than that.
Little counter trap there. And Tigers going to fight for the yardage. Looks like we may have got the first down. Had to get across the 30. Looks like they're going to mark the ball at the 33-yard line. So first down for the Tigers.
And we'll take it. So, you need that. It's our first down of the night on our third or fourth possession of the game. And still in the first quarter, guys. It's
fifth possession.
Fifth possession of the game with 2 minutes and 10 seconds until the end of the first quarter. And your Tigers are already down to the Carrollton Trojans 28-0. It has just been really self-destruction on the Tigers' part tonight. Really hadn't done anything right except now, and we got a first down. First down of the night. So, and that's
we got second and 5. First and 5 now. So they're going to get 5 yards as Carrollton was lined up in the neutral zone.
Guys, I don't know if you could tell it up there, but basically Carrollton is challenging Troup to even try to throw the football. They're basically putting, eight men in the box. You got two corners and a safety, and they're daring Troup to try to throw the ball.
Smith, he's going to run right down the line. Gain of, looks like they're going to mark us maybe a yard, second and 9.
Again, especially on the first initial play, you'd like to have more than a yard. You really would shoot for 4 yards. If you can average 4 yards a play running the ball, then you're going to get a first down about every third play. And really need to pick up more than that.
Well, on the positive side, we did have 5 yards to start off with, so second down and about 4 for the first down. Smith bringing Cueto Florence over to the near side. Split out wide here. Split backfield in the backfield for him. Back under center. And
Tigers are going to call a timeout.
Yep, Troup calls a timeout. They take a timeout. We take as well. 60.
You sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge. Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose. So let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp about a car loan that could save you hundreds.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you?
Insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange at 706-882-9324 and put the life back in life insurance.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Quarterback ball will be spotted now on the 42-yard line, short of the first down. Tigers have the ball. Looking at third down there with about 1 guy to get the first down.
Mm-hmm. Just a little tight sweep to the short side of the field over toward the Carrollton side. Trey Towns, actually, a junior tailback and linebacker, normally makes that corner cut there. Tony and Jack, who just couldn't quite get around that corner, would have been the first down.
He's fast, that's for sure. Smith's going to keep it and try to cut up inside right behind his tailback Dunlap, but they're going to hit him hard. He's going to lose a yard. Brings up 4th down and 2.
Now, I know it's only the 24 seconds to go into the first quarter, and this will, whether we run another play or not, I don't know, but it looks like they may be punting. But, as far as I'm concerned, down 28-0, I might be going for it.
Well, they're probably going to let the clock run out, maybe think about it, and let's see what they decide to do. I don't know if
maybe draw them off. You never know.
Yeah. That's true. At least give it a chance.
All right, that'll be the end of the first quarter of play. 28-0 is your score. Tigers trailing.
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor. And through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you one prescription at a time.
Limb Care Prosthetics and Orthotics of LaGrange, Georgia offers the latest in microprocessor knees and feet. With new cutting-edge technology, your prosthesis can automatically adjust to you in climbing stairs and ramps, plus promote a much more natural walk. Practitioner Eddie Hutto Sr. and staff has fitted hundreds of patients facing a wide variety of challenges. So don't let your injury hinder your life. Let Limb Care of LaGrange, Georgia restore your mobility and independence. Limb Care is a veteran-owned business with 7 other locations outside of LaGrange. So call Limb Care in LaGrange, Georgia today for your free evaluation.
On FM 1240 AM and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Come back as the Tigers will punt the ball away. Gets a kickoff high. Fair catch called for it, and we're going to bump him. We're going to get a flag on that one. No, that's just not a good move at all.
Well, it is just the first play of the second quarter, but it looks like the Tigers continue to just basically beat themselves. Not that they need any help. Obviously, Carrollton's comes in here very strong, physical team, and putting up an average of 47 points on the board per game, and most of which are in the first half. The game's pretty much over at halftime. But we don't need any help self-destruction. That's for sure.
We get a good kick down to the 27, to the best field position we've been able to have Carrollton start from. And then we're going to hit them in with a fair catch. They'll bring the ball up again, and now Carrollton will have even better field position to start things off.
But, in light of things, man, we have got a great crowd here tonight. Tons of folks on the visitor side. Tons of folks over here. It's a great game for a Thursday night
they're
football.
Cooking some of those hamburgers on that far side.
Man, don't you know it?
Do you smell it down there, Tony?
Smell what, guys?
The hamburgers.
What hamburgers?
Oh, never mind. How many you eat tomorrow?
Matter of fact, I might head over there in a few minutes and grab one or two of them.
There you go.
Guys, that's a 15-yarder. That's going to put the ball now on the 45-yard line.
Wow.
And that's just terrible.
Well, several. I've seen at least a couple of former Troup High head coaches in the stands tonight, and I know they're pulling for these Tigers. And I hate to see them down 28-0 in the first quarter, but I know.
I can't remember a time I've seen them down this much in the first half, much less first quarter. Carrollton spreading things out, quick out to the tailback, who's going to be brought down after a gain of only about 2. He gets to the 47-yard line, brings up second down.
Just a night from a shotgun position, actually. Takes a snap, turns very quickly, throws out from a shotgun position, throws a shotgun pass out to the flats. Guy takes it up for about 2 yards. Good pursuit by the Tigers on defense that time. One of the better defensive plays we've had all night. 2nd and 8.
Here comes the snap. Back to the shotgun. They had a kind of a Shepherd was in a wildcat formation. Now they're bringing the split in row, and they're going to have a penalty there. I think we got some motion in the Carrollton line. This is going to be indicating that it's going to be against them. Yep. Motion, backfield in motion. Going to have to penalize you there. 11-14 left to go in the second quarter. 28-0 is your score. Tigers trailing the Carrollton Trojans.
Yes, you did hear that correctly. Do not adjust your radio dial. The Tigers are unfortunately down 28-0 as we start the second quarter.
Quarterback Garrett will go back to the shotgun, step up, and the Tigers just going to run across and give them the 5 yards back we just got.
Well, the quarterback actually, and it may be a legal move, I don't know, I'd like to, but he actually steps forward and from his step position. Maybe the quarterback.
Well, now Peyton does that all the time. If you watch the Broncos.
That is, yeah, I guess, does Peyton have his own set of rules? Or
it looks like it. Looks like everybody else is playing a different game that he's playing. And they get the 5 yards back, so 2nd down and 8 again. They move the tailback, Shepherd, over to the left side. Man comes in motion to the far side. So he's going to look downfield.
Oh,
hit as
great
he throws the ball.
Daryl Dunlap absolutely just levels the quarterback, and about the time he throws it open, and really he came from pursuing on his weak side, and he came all the way across the field, and about the time Garrett rolled out to throw the football, to pull his arm back, and he got nailed.
Yeah, he's a little shaken up coming off the pile there.
He took a little bit longer than normally to get up off the turf.
So 3rd down now. Garrett, the quarterback, goes back to the shotgun set, puts trips to this near side, man step wide to the far side, steps up, checks his coaches, looks back, changes the play.
A little confusion from the Tigers defense. They may have to call a timeout. Let's see who calls that timeout.
That's an official's timeout. Got an equipment problem with somebody, I believe.
Oh, that may be good because the Tigers are really confused on the defense. They've got 4 guys out here covering 3.
Well, one of them's really good. So Tigers going to have Dunlap rushing in from the outside. They're going to go to the far outside and complete the pass down at the 20-yard line. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be at the 15-yard line.
Their wideout is just on a go route down the Carrollton sideline. About 30-yard pass. He gets behind Kelsey McCutcheon, senior cornerback. And even though McCutcheon was able to catch up with him, about the time he looked back, the ball was perfectly thrown right into the hands of the
he was giving up about a foot of height on that one, too.
So that'll take the ball all the way down into Tiger territory, inside the 20, inside the 15.
Garrett will hand the ball off to his tailback, Shepard, who will just saunter in for a touchdown for Carrollton. And, boy, this is just going from bad to worse, guys.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the Tigers perform like this in for about 5 years now.
Well, actually, if you look back to the last year's the Carrollton game, we lost 45-7, I think, in that contest. Let me look back at my notes, 45-13. And they did have to run the clock in the second half. So I'm really hoping that
my memory's short, Jack.
Well, that's why I have notes, because I can't remember this stuff. So Carrollton, we talk about as they get the extra point. We're going to keep it here for a second. Guys, as we were talking about a little bit ago, we'll have to watch a trip against Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek, of course.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call the Mallory Agency today. Check them out on Facebook or on the web at MalloryAgency.com.
Away, but I think this year, from what we're seeing, they really, really look good. Coaching staff's done a fine job with them, and say they got some great athletes as well, top to bottom. Tommy and Jack.
Yeah, let's get the kickoff in, and we'll talk a little bit more later, guys. Go ahead.
Here's the kick. I think it's probably going to go into the end zone, so we'll probably just keep on talking.
You think?
Yep. As it does its call back there inside the end zone, to bring it out to the 20. Go ahead with your point, Tommy.
No, I was just going to say, when we've all been on each side of this before. We've been on teams that got blown out, and we've been on teams that were doing the blowing out. But, you're never as bad as you look, and you're never as good as you look. So, the Tigers, let's face it, Carrollton is an excellent football team, but the Tigers are going to have to this is one of those things where you reach down and you compete no matter what the score is.
That's right.
Well, Greg has just pulled jelly beans out of his pocket and put them on a machine here.
I'm tempting him.
That's the most odd thing anyone's ever put on a machine. So we're going to hand the ball off in the line. Dunlap get across the 25. Plus, it's in the dark. It's kind of dark in here. I just wasn't sure what you had put. I saw these little pellets here. I wasn't sure. Just a series of ibuprofen you're giving me, or
well, either that or you thought it might have been goat pellets that I brought in from the
Georgia State
farm.
Yeah, they'll fry anything down there, so I didn't know what you're bringing up here, Timmy. Folks, we're trying to make a little light of things because the Tigers are trailing 35-0 with 9 minutes left to go in the first half. As Will Smith's going to pitch the ball and get hit. It's going to be Towns he tries to pitch the ball to. Towns running a little tentatively on this near side. He's going to lose some yardage.
Well, Smith read the ball, read the corner really good, the end and the corner, and he pitched it at the last second. But the free safety had come barreling up down through there. And as soon as Smith tossed the ball, of course, Towns was hit really behind the line of scrimmage, and we basically lost a couple of yards. So he threw in about 8 when the ball rests on the 22-yard line of the Tigers.
Toss sweep back again to the far side. They're going to tackle us as we get across the 20. Going to lose another yard there. So we're going to 4th down. The Tigers like to punt it away.
Yep. And again, Smith will go back. He'll be standing on about his 8-yard line as the ball will be spotted on the 20. So Will really needs to get a good kickoff as the Carrollton receiver will be standing on midfield. He'll actually standing right at the 50-yard line.
Well, you can bet Carrollton will be coming. We run a really wide split on our punts. There's 3 men back there to protect Will. But we're trying to spread the defense out, but there's a lot of room for them to come through. And they do. They're bringing 4. Will gets the kickoff, his best kick so far probably. And, again, we're going to interrupt him because they call for the fair catch. It goes by him. We're lucky they didn't throw another flag on us. It's going to go roll down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line.
Well, yeah, you're right, Jack. We were all over the receiver, and I'm like you. It's a wonder they didn't toss the flag and give us another 15. But we got fortunate. Will kicked that ball. He left his foot about the 15-yard line, and it rolls all the way down inside the 35. The Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line, leading already 5 touchdowns to none in this contest of Region 5-4A here at Callaway Stadium on a Thursday night. We appreciate you guys listening to us here on Eagle Sports. Along with Tony Walls and Jack Mormon, I'm Greg Hicks, and what a lovely game, a lovely night for a football game. I can't say it's a lovely game.
No, unless you're a big fan of Carrollton.
That's right.
As the quarterback, Garrett's going to hand the ball to the right side of the line. They pick up about a yard, 2nd and 9.
You see a lot of fans in the stands. Of course, they're having their conversations. It's beyond the point of where you're going to root for your team now. You got a few hardcore fans that truly want to believe, but most of us are involved in conversations and just checking out what's going on.
Back to the shotgun snap. Quarterback will take it. Look, fake the quick out. Now he's going to go down the field to a wide open receiver. He catches the ball, almost goes out of bounds, fixes himself. 10-5 touchdown. And I tell you, I got to give incredible props to our wide out over there for the Tigers. Who's that? 18. That's Hunter Bowers, who did not give up on that play. He was beat. Our corner bit in, and they threw it way down the field, a wide open receiver, but he ran to the last second.
Got a penalty, guys. I think it looks like it may be after the touchdown. I'm not sure.
It's going to be a touchdown. Yep.
Right. I couldn't tell if it was personal foul against Troup or Carrollton. It looks like he was good in both directions, maybe.
Well, the way that guy kicks, it won't matter. He'll be kicking over there by the other goalpost.
That's true.
Guys, just from down here, I understand being on this. That was tremendous execution by the Carrollton offense. They ran that play fake, that pump fake, and the guy just went right by the defender. And you got to give Carrollton a lot of credit. They are really they're really showing their mettle tonight.
42-0, and we've still got 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Let's take a quick 30-second break. Back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
14.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
All right. So we had a penalty against the Tigers. They're going to mark 15 yards against the Tigers. So he'll be kicking the ball off from the Tigers 45, and somebody needs to go over to the Live Oak plant and get ready to catch this ball.
Yeah, I would like to see him put it over the scoreboard just for the heck of it.
Let's put your mic over there so you can hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to kick it. Actually, his shortest kick tonight. He's going to just kind of pop it up in the air and put it on the outside of the end zone, and the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Tony just stayed down there because he's like us. He really wanted to see it. Was he going to kick a field goal from 80 yards out, or was he going to kick it over the scoreboard?
Well, I thought maybe he tried to get in the middle of the band.
I thought trying to kick a field goal from right there. He had enough leg, but then guys, 8 minutes to go till halftime, and the Tigers just have to. This is one of those character builder nights. So, here we go again.
Well, it's the character Sheely that comes in at quarterback. They'll have Dunlap behind him. Backs up, and he's going to run the ball, Sheely. He's going to get across to the 25, gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
Well, one thing that Sheely brings is versus Will is a year younger and a lot quicker feet, if you will.
Well, he brings a threat to actually keep the ball and run it with some effectiveness. Carrollton has no intentions of thinking Troup's going to throw the ball. They've got everybody in the box, free safeties making tackles at the line of scrimmage, and until Troup High can loosen that up, it's going to be tough going for them.
Dunlap, the single back to the backfield. Band split wide left and right, twins to this near side. She's going to back up, throw the tight end dump to Harrison. Will be short The Paps was broken up there by number 5, Caleb Johnson of the Carrollton Trojans.
And Justice Marable, number 19, was wide open, had the ball, but the junior just couldn't come up with it. Looks like one of those big defensive linemen got a paw on it. But there again, Tony, I think they got their headsets on and they're listening to us. Let's try a little fast play.
Well, one of the things Shealy will run into is his quarterback career. Is the fact it's going to be hard for him to stay over the line of scrimmage with his height. Maybe he's going to be more effective out of the pocket on the run.
That's right.
Takes it, going to quickly hand it off to Dunlap. Dunlap is going to fight his way, get a first down across the 30-yard line.
Yep. Well, again, you'd like to see them. You're down 6 touchdowns for sure, but you do like to see and it takes. This is the kind of game, like you said, Tony. You got to reach way down because you just want to give up and go crawl in the hole right now and say, fans, I'm sorry, but the game in all intensity is over, and in all intents and purposes is over. But you don't want to see anybody just give up. You want to see them keep fighting and trying.
And Greg, I see these young people. These are lessons learned on the football field. So
right.
Not only here but in life, it's like being alone at work. So there you go.
That's right.
Tigers going to run a trap play across the line, and looks like Towns is going to be able to pick up some extra yardage. Trips up, gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Injured Tiger on the play as well for 52 of the Tigers. Looks to be a little shaken up. That's Wellington Callaway.
Right.
He's going to step off the field for just a second. And they're going to roll. It's like Florence back over here to this near side. Split backfield with Towns and Dunlap back there. 6:28 left to go in the first half. 42-0 in favor of Carrollton. Shealy going to hand the ball off in the line again. We'll get to the 35. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
I looked at sophomore Matt Moore that just came in for senior Wellington Callaway at the right tackle position alongside Mitch Mathis. And I was just keying on him that time, guys, and he really came off his he came out of his stance good, stayed low, got his block really hard, and was able to help pick up 4 yards for the Tigers.
He'll run Towns into a slot to this near side. Dunlap will stay in the backfield with Shealy. Have a tight end to this near side as well. That's DeQuest Johnson will be split wide out to the far side. Shealy finally goes under center. Takes the snap right down the line. He's going to keep it. He'll try to punch it through, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
He was able to follow the tailback through the hole and was able to pick up about 4 yards, not quite enough for a first down. Looks like 4th and a long 3 for the Tigers, and Smith will come back in, getting ready to punt again.
Greg, do you guys have any stats and scores of Carrollton's previous games? And the reason I say that, I'm wondering have they played more than a half this year? What I'm saying? The starters, have they played more? How much playing time have the 2s and 3s gotten this year?
Well, actually, the first quarter they scored an average of 21 points this year, Tony. So they put them on early and often. Nice, actually, the best kick so far for Will. And we're going to back up and let the guy catch the ball. It's like he's going to fumble it. Do the Tigers get on it? Yep, it's going to be Tiger football. So, hey, just get right up in the guy's face, back off at the last minute. He bobbles it, and we get the ball.
Well, and, we may have, you got to wonder if the referee doesn't feel just a little bit sorry for us because we were all in his, used to be his grill, the 3-foot circle, but I don't know that they have that anymore.
Well, they did on that play, Greg. He was basically in that 3-foot circle, but you know what? Go Tigers. They need a break. It's 42-0,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Carrollton points per game, they've scored an average of 48.6 points as the Tigers again have the ball back. They've done it with both the rushing and with the passing game. The timeout call on the field. So I'm just going to look at some of these.
When you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com.
If you're looking for a great time, gather up your friends and head to the Brick House Grill in downtown LaGrange. Enjoy live entertainment every weekend. Thursday nights, it's karaoke as well as ladies' night. On Saturdays, come cheer for your favorite college football team and enjoy their football specials. Check out their new menu. Sunday from 11 until 3, the Brick House Grill has their family lunch specials. They have plenty of TVs to watch exciting NFL action. The Brick House Grill, Broome Street in downtown LaGrange.
The first quarter, 104 points in the second quarter, then third 46 and fourth 14. So they score in all 4 quarters, but it's that first and second but they're really making things happen. We're going to hand the ball off. It's going to be, we'll get down to the 25-yard line, close to a first down.
Well, it's good vision by Sheely. He saw that he actually was in the pocket for about 3 seconds, and then he pulled the ball and ran it up and was able to pick up about 7.5 yards. Second down and 3. But you're right. The Tigers back. Coach Jeter did a fine job with the Tigers. All the victories that they had under his tenure here, and Coach Walburn. And we struggled for the last few years with different head coaches, and you got to have some consistency. And Tony, you mentioned Teague over there. How long has he been head coach over there? 15 years or better.
Better. Yeah, he's been there a long time. He sure has. He's been there for a long time. He's a fixture in Carrollton. He sure is.
First down for the Tigers. This is the deepest we've been into Carrollton territory. 3:57. Tigers would like to get some kind of something up on the board before the end of the first half. 42-0 is your score right now. Tigers trailing.
Guys, it's interesting you mentioned Coach Jeter. They're both down here on the sidelines, down about the right, even with the line of scrimmage. If you see them down here, we shout out to them too.
Oh, okay. I got you covered.
Coach Pitts. Down there with Tommy Camps, just like the 90s football here all over again right down there. Tigers off in the line. Go across the 20. Going to gain about 4, 2nd and 6.
Guys, I don't know if you can tell it. Number 44 for the Trojans is one of the middle linebackers. Not a specimen that you would think, but boy, you talking about a motor. He's in behind those big defensive linemen, and he's in or around that football on every play.
Rory Glanton is his name, and he is finding his way. It's going to be Towns going to go into the line of scrimmage and get across the 25-yard line. Kick up again, positive yards, but brings up a third down.
Well, again, you've opened the class up a little bit this series, and all of a sudden you're going right back to your running game. So, and again, you take what you can get, but gosh, you sure do want to capitalize this early or this close to halftime, and your deepest threat, really not a threat, deepest field position you've had all night.
Sheely going back under center. Split backfield behind him. Takes a snap. Backs up the pass. Got somebody on. He's going to dodge him, and he's going to be brought down. A horse collar tackle.
And big number 98, he's twice the size of Sheely. He is a big young man. And, he could have tackled him. It's just where it was. Sheely's so quick. He ducks, and he probably grabbed him where he could. And, he's kind of like a face mask. Sometimes you can't say, oops.
Yeah, guys, nothing malicious about that. He's just reaching for anything he can get.
That's right.
And Sheely just happened to wind up where that big paw was, and he definitely got a handful of face masks there. But I don't think anything malicious about that. I think he actually looked at Sheely and nodded toward him, said, my bad. So, but again, you're right. No, when you look at their D line, 98, 45, 89. 39, boy, they'd make I wonder if any of these guys play basketball.
Imagine they play any sport they want to.
They could if they wanted to, huh? Need a strong forward, big inside forward. There you go.
So here comes Troup. Well, with a fresh set of downs at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback. He's going to find his way across to about the 8-yard line. And second down. We can get a first down right there at the 1.
As the clock continues to run, 2 minutes until halftime. Your Tigers down 6 touchdowns. It is 42-0 Carrollton.
In the first half.
In the first half, that's right.
Tigers trying to put something on the board before they go into halftime. Dunlap and Towns will be the split backs behind the quarterback, Sheely. Split a man wide to the far side. Sheely's going to take it quickly to Towns on the inside trap, down to the 5. Third down now.
And, again, the Tigers are basically one timeout left. And, this close, you might as well use it. It's 3rd and 7, 1 minute and 24 seconds. So you really, what do you do, Tony? Jack, you try to run the ball, you try to do a tight end dump, a little corner toss.
Well, we haven't seen him be able to get to the outside. I see Cueto Florence out there. I have him step back quick. Sheely hit him real quickly out there, not really covering the pass, and maybe he can just zip to the corner of the end zone for a score.
But it's hard to get that against 12 guys on defense. I mean, at least they're playing like 12, right?
It's going to be Dunlap. Going to take it around the left side. He goes into the touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers. Dunlap to the left side. fights his way and gets in for the Tiger score.
You know, nice block by the offensive line. Tristan Thompson out there on that left side sealed off the tight end, the defensive end, and allowed Dunlap to fight off the linebacker in pursuit. And he took that tall sweep and ran it all the way across the side of the field to get in the corner of the end zone. So, hey, good effort by the Tigers that time, guys.
So the Tigers will put 6 on the board. 42-6, your score, 54 seconds left to go. And the Tigers will have their offensive line on the far side over there. Smith will take the shotgun snap from there. Looks like they're going to go for 2. There's the snap. Smith going to toss it to Dunlap. He's going to back up. He's going to throw the ball towards the end zone. It's going to be picked off there. Can't advance it, so we don't get the 2-point conversion.
You know, good athletic ability by Dunlap. He was actually facing 2 defenders, Tony. You know, you were talking about all these things out of that formation, but he was able to just take on 2 defenders, slip up between them, and still had a pretty good rifle arm into the end zone.
He did. Just couldn't quite get enough on the pass with the defenders right in his face. But again, some creativity on the Tiger special teams on their extra points. You know, we've talked about that throughout the year. They run that little swinging gate, and you never know what they're going to do on an extra point.
Always entertaining.
Well, with 54 seconds left, we obviously going to do it. I don't want to say a squib kick, but about a hard kick right up the middle. Who knows? It may bounce off. We may get the ball back and score again for halftime.
Well, I think the Tigers would have been happy to run a few more seconds off the clock. Now Carrollton gets the ball one more time, and
that's right.
With a whole minute to go till halftime. So, with that offense, there's no telling what they can do with 54 seconds.
Well, I see some low numbers here on the front line, so they know the Tigers will probably not kick it too deep. And just right down the middle of the field, bounces around, picked up at the 30, advanced to the 35, cut back at the 40, still on his feet at the 45 to the 50. And Carrollton will have the ball with 47 seconds left right there at the 50-yard line.
At midfield, if you just joined us, it's not been that great of a ball game. Carrollton 42, Tigers 6.
We probably got a lot of folks from Carrollton that are listening to us on the far side. So from their point of view, it's been a good ball game.
Well, since this is a home radio broadcast, that's okay for me to say that.
I'm trying to find a silver lining, bro. I am wherever I can.
But the Tigers look good on that last offensive possession. Maybe that's something they can take into the locker room.
Quarterback is going to back up to pass. They got a new quarterback in there. They're going to sack him back at the 38-yard line. That young man that just got sacked is number 7, Will Hesterly.
Hey, that senior cornerback, Devontae Cofield, first time we've called his name tonight. He came hammering in, actually from the right defensive end position, came hammering in. We'll take it. These guys don't care who's playing in those white uniforms. They just want to get going. And we'll take it. We'll take any kind of momentum we can take. That last offensive stance and that first defensive play. Hey, that took him from the 50 all the way back to the 38. That was a 12-yard loss, Jack.
That'll always be the last play as the clock will take down 8-7-6. So that'll end the first quarter play. And, Tony, I think mercifully we probably ought to let Coach Kendall head on inside without an interview right now.
Whatever you think. Lynn's always been gracious to us, no matter what the score. So, he'll.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945. They have daily lunch specials for only $5.95, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs. Thursdays, Rogers has all-you-can-eat catfish, which along with their stew is famous throughout the region, and they proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish. Dine in or use their convenient drive-thru, Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
And this will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760. Love this
guy. Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
And that's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange can help you get to a better state. Because he'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Kia.
Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive the Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaofLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup Tiger football. Down the field is a whole lot of people. It's the Carrollton Marching Band, and my goodness gracious, I bet there's a good 200 kids out there on the field, and then they've got probably every type of xylophone and drum and cymbal and timpani out there in the middle of the field, and so that's going to be a big set, a lot of noise you'll hear in the background, and we'll be happy to bring you some of that in just a minute. But guys, just real quick as we get we're here at halftime, let's talk real quickly about what we saw in the first half, and we saw really the Tigers shoot themselves in the foot early. I'm just looking back to him. The Tigers had the ball so many different times. I'm counting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different times the Tigers had possession in the first half. They fumble away 2 of those, and the Carrollton really quickly gets points. They have recovered a fumble late in the ball game. They were able to get a touchdown off that. But also they give Carrollton great field position in so many different cases. And so, we're looking here at a 42-6 deficit here at halftime.
And it was quick, guys. It happened so quick with less than a minute, as you just said. We fumbled the ball. They're in the end zone. Boom! It happened so fast. And the next thing you know, in our second possession, we fumble the ball, and boom! They're in 2 plays, 3 plays later again. And all of a sudden, before you could finish your hamburger, Tony, or you finish your drink, we're down 2 touchdowns.
Well, guys, we talked before the game started. One of the things that Troup hoped to be able to do was have long, sustained drives and keep Carrollton on Carrollton's offense on the sideline. Well, unfortunately, it didn't work out that way for them, and those turnovers, as Coach Kendall said, really dug Troup a big hole to get out of.
Well, they have, but Tony, I'm so glad that you did go over and talk to Coach Kendall as they were getting ready to go into halftime, because I was real proud of his attitude, or the way that he didn't have a lot of negative to say about his team. Was proud of the effort they were giving, and was proud of the effort they were going to give in the second half, that they did capitalize, played a good 4 minutes there at the end of the half. You can't fix what's already, the stuff that's gone past. All you can do is focus on what's coming up in the second half, and they're hoping to really make an impact in the second half of play.
Well, Coach Kendall's always been gracious to us. You know, when I've known Lynn since he came to LaGrange, you know, he started out at Callaway,
Sure.
and then he moved to Troup, and he's a fine person. His great family, always treated me and everybody in the Callaway family with respect, and he's doing the same thing at Troup High School. And yeah, you know, he understands the obstacles that he has, but he focused on the positives, and he'll do that with his kids. And as you said, Jack, you can't do anything about the football. All you can do now is come out and compete in the second half and see what you can do.
Yep. So let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have one of our friends, one of our sponsors, talk a little about some things coming up with the 3 high schools here in LaGrange. But right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
There is no I in team.
And there's no I in the LaGrange Banking Company team either. Our team is comprised of dedicated men and women who are determined to provide you with the best banking experience possible. Stop by one of our LaGrange locations to meet our team. We think you'll like what you see. LaGrange Banking Company, local, just like you. LaGrange Banking Company, member FDIC.
Proven leadership is a must to keep LaGrange strong, and we have the opportunity to elect a mayor that will work for all of LaGrange. That's Jim Thornton. He knows what needs work and what already works. Jim Thornton is ready to listen to you and work hard to keep LaGrange strong. So vote Jim Thornton, Mayor, November 5th.
Hello, I am Jim Thornton, and if you want to know more about me and my campaign for mayor, please go to jimthornton.org and like me on Facebook. And please remember to vote November 5th.
Paid political announcement by the friends of Jim Thornton. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens to your car, home, or business. In this moment, get an agent who'll protect you in that moment. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. As we're at halftime, the Tigers trailing 42-6. But a lot of tough football to be played in that first half. But we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Right now, I don't get a chance to be often to personally thank our sponsors who keep us on the air. But one of those is joining us right now in the booth, Miss Mabel Smith-Sharp. She's one of the agents with State Farm, and we sure do appreciate her support, the Troup High School Tigers and high school football around, and also really just all 3 high schools. As Miss Sharp, you have got a really neat promotion that you're doing with the high schools called Celebrate with the Super Star. Can you tell me something about what that is?
Yes, Kelly Clarkson and State Farm has come up with an idea for Celebrate My Drive, and that's promoting teen driving safety. And State Farm is committed to go out there and promote this. But the great thing is, you can get money for this. The schools can win $100,000.
Wow. Now, how does this program work?
Well, the program works as each school has to register, and all 3 local high schools have registered, so they're online. Our kickoff date is October the 18th, so right now we're 0-0.
Okay.
Just go to Celebrate My Drive. It'll pop up. It'll ask you to join. You'll log in. The rules are you got to be 14 years old. You have to have an email address. You can log in, and you can vote for your school. When you go in there, you have to put Georgia and LaGrange for Troup and LaGrange. You'll have to put Hogansville for Callaway, and you can choose which school you want to sponsor. And you can vote one time a day.
Just one time. Okay, wow. So you can actually go day to day back to that website and keep on clicking on that. So just what a wonderful opportunity that folks that are out there can go on this website. And, of course, also, I'm sure that the big part of this promotion is to promote safe driving for kids. I'm sure that's so important in your business.
Yes, it is. And we're sponsoring also with a local high school to do some safety checks, some driving education. I'll be at all 3 local high schools along with some of my other State Farm agents. We're going to be out there talking about the safety awareness and tips. But if you go online, you can see a lot about that with Celebrate My Drive. The major goal is $100,000. If we don't make that, there's still some other money. $25,000 can be donated to the school. So everybody vote every day. Go ahead.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp, there to help you with unexpected savings.
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor. And through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you 1%.
Limcare Prosthetics and Orthotics of LaGrange, Georgia offers the latest in microprocessor knees and feet. With new cutting-edge technology, your prosthesis can automatically adjust to you in climbing stairs and ramps, plus promote a much more natural walk. Practitioner Eddie Hutto Sr. and staff has fitted hundreds of patients facing a wide variety of challenges. So don't let your injury hinder your life. Let Limcare of LaGrange, Georgia restore your mobility and independence. Limcare is a veteran-owned business with 7 other locations outside of LaGrange. So call Limcare in LaGrange, Georgia today for your free evaluation.
Selling. So we've got a lot of places
just call centers, those folks that you call into that help to get things going. As a State Farm customer myself, I call 24 hours a day and talk to a guy in khaki pants.
That's right.
Talk about the commercial, which I think they do such an excellent job with the commercials. So
thank you.
That's a lot of fun. But really do appreciate all that you and your company do, and all the different agents. We have so many different agents here in the LaGrange that support State Farm, but your agency in particular, we appreciate you coming up and joining us here at halftime.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you having me.
Not a problem. That's Miss Mabel Smith Sharp. She is with State Farm, and she's got some great programs out there. You can go to the website and check that out and learn more about it. The Tigers right now are trailing 42-6 with a few minutes as the Troup High School Tiger marching band's on the field. We'll listen to them and talk a little more about this ball game when we come back. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Eddie Hutto and his son EJ at Limcare of LaGrange invite you to visit their new facility at 413 South Greenwood Street. With over 20 years of experience in prosthetics and orthotics, Eddie and his son are able to make and adjust any style of prosthetic and orthotic device. Call Limcare of LaGrange, your hometown provider of prosthetic and orthotic devices at 706-882-1825 to schedule your free evaluation.
Where can you be encouraged to make your own discoveries? Where can you be challenged to achieve the impossible by professors who know you by name? Our graduates have earned Emmy and Grammy nominations, successfully negotiated major business deals, and been inspired to teach and serve where they're needed most. Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
If you're looking for a great time, gather up your friends and head to the Brick House Grill in downtown LaGrange. Enjoy live entertainment every weekend. Thursday nights, it's karaoke as well as ladies' night. On Saturdays, come cheer for your favorite college football team and enjoy their football specials. Check out their new menu. Sunday from 11 until 3, the Brick House Grill has their family lunch specials. They have plenty of TVs to watch exciting NFL action. The Brick House Grill, Broome Street in downtown LaGrange.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the No Problem People, the Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG. Going to step away from talking for a little bit and let you hear some of the sound stylings of the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger marching band. Tiger band doing a great job out there on the field. We're going to go ahead and step away and take another quick break. When we come back, we'll give you a little preview of what we have coming up in the second half of play. But right now, the Tigers are trailing 42-6 here on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
It's tough out there, trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one. It means cutting cost, and one of the best places to start is at the office of State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve, up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Matt Orr a call today, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, and Tony Walls. We're all getting ready for the second half. Of course, Greg's down the field running his mouth, talking to folks. And Tony, you got your ears on? Or am I all alone over here in the booth?
I wouldn't leave you by yourself. I got them on, brother. We in good shape. Yeah.
I started to worry there. I see Greg, he just can't quit talking once he gets going.
Well, he's got a lot of everybody, and it's important for him to get out and be seen. So.
Well, he's printed him a jersey. I don't know if you're here at the stadium watching, if you see him, he's printed Hicks on the back. He's got his son Scott Hicks' number there on the back of the jersey. And looks very nice. Of course, he was a little upset because he made it based on the old Troup jersey, and they came out with their new uniforms tonight.
No, he's a proud papa up there, Jack. I don't blame him. Wear that number proudly.
Attaboy. Of course, the band's doing a great job. And I tell you what, Tony, I've been back down there on the field as the Carrollton band was out there. You can feel that when a band like that starts playing.
What was it, about 200 members, I guess, Jack?
Plus, yep.
Very good. They sure were. They were very good. But, the Troup High band is is doing their thing, and they're sounding good too.
Yes, they are. In fact, I think if I will try to catch a word with Johnny in just a second, but if I'm not mistaken, they got a number of superiors at their recent competition. I know they had a bunch of trophies that they brought home from that, and so it's always exciting. I think they were actually over at Central Carroll County doing that band competition, so real proud of the efforts of all those young people. A lot that goes on there. I tell you what, these band parents also travel so well with the team. As I think back to a couple of ball games ago, looked across the way and didn't see a lot of folks at first until the band got there, and wow, a good 200 more folks walked in.
Well, you mentioned the Central Carrollton band or the Central Carrollton High School competition. They'll be down here tomorrow night facing the Callaway Cavaliers, and you're going to see another excellent band from Carrollton also.
Yep.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call the Mallory Agency today. Check them out on Facebook or on the web at MalloryAgency.com.
All right, team, let's get it lined up. We're going to run that play again.
Just like our local head coaches invest their time, effort, and passion into our local teams, LaGrange Banking Company invests time, effort, and passion into our customers. We are committed to bringing success to Troup County for our local teams and schools, as well as our customers.
That's the way to go after it. Well done, team.
LaGrange Banking Company, local, just like you. LaGrange Banking Company, member FDIC.
When you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or, when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com. Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton. Your family. Call State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange at 706-882-9324 and put the life back in life insurance.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Roman, Greg Hicks, and Tony Walls down the field. And guys, we're entering the second half of play. And all right, now you guys are always my rules guys that know what's going on with rules and things. And it's my understanding that they get the coaches together and they start talking about how this clock's going to run the second half.
I don't know, but it can't run fast enough. Actually, I think it's up to even the losing coach in the third quarter. It's his decision as to whether he wants it to run in the third quarter. But if you're still up by 30 in the fourth, he doesn't have to say so.
That's what I think. So they kick the ball off. Line drive kick. Caught right there at the 30. Nice job. They go rush over to the right. Miss a tackle. He cuts back to the middle of the field. He's at the 50. He could go, folks, at the 40, and he's going to be brought down at the 38-yard line. And, wow, that's, again, that number 3, Malik Shepard. He's had a couple of touchdowns in the first half, and Carrollton starts off with great field position. And, again, we had him down about the 45, but he's just a scat back, hard to bring down, guys.
Well, he was, and I was kind of hoping that we would have. I think the initial hit was on the 46-yard line, and then it wasn't long after that. He's down inside the 40 to the 39 of Troup, and of course here we go again, and both first strings are out there, and we certainly hope that the rest at halftime help the Tigers, but we'll know soon. All right, that's flag on the play. Looks like we've got to have motion by Carrollton, at least. Could be it's going to be encroachment by the Tigers, so they'll back the Tigers up even further on into their territory down to the 34-yard line. As again, the first play of the series, Tony, the first play of the game, we fumbled. Now the first play of the second half, we're offsides.
Well, Greg, when Carrollton puts a man in motion, the Tigers were watching that motion man go, and they just jumped on movement. And I think that same thing happened on the first play of the first half, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. William Hesterly is the quarterback now, and he's in there. I'm going to hand the ball off to his right side. We go to the tailback, number 2, Terrell. Terrell's going to drive, get the first down and more, down to the 25-yard line.
Guys, I think if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Carrollton still has their number ones in there, at least on the offensive line and in the backfield. So you mentioned a change at quarterback. So
yeah, I think other than quarterback, they're running pretty much their starting group.
That's right. And, of course, we're looking at first down and 10 from inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. As Carrollton comes up in their standard wing tee, they got to split out to the left side here toward the Troup sidelines. Under center is the quarterback in motion as a wingman. Turns head off right up the middle, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage by a host of Tigers. But initially, Devontae Swanson, and coming off the bottom of that pile, is also Dikembe Billingsley, Tony. So good for the Tigers.
Good job that time by the Tiger defensive line as they stepped in there and stopped that little trap. And held the Trojans to one of their shorter games of the night. And Greg, and you mentioned the new quarterback, number 7. Now he's a big, tall kid. He's pushing the 6'4" range, and he looks like he's got a good frame to build on.
They're going to run the tight end over to the right side. Tigers going to just bring the wing back to this near side.
Oh, a little double reverse.
Yep, nice play as they're going to fight their way inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line, and they'll be short of the first down. Brings up third.
Little razzle dazzle there. When I say double reverse, it's really a double, really just a double handoff, if you will, and turned it upside the middle and picked up about 6 yards. I don't know what Tony. Does that actually have a name for that play?
I wouldn't begin to guess what the name of it is. I'd hate to call it in the huddle. It'd probably take me too long.
Oh, it's like cross buck.
So that's right. All right, you bringing back Coach Honeycutt now.
There you go. Back under center goes Westerly. He waits for the snap. Sends the man in motion to the far side. Going to hand the ball to the tailback, number 1. Cuts back to the inside. That's Shivers. Gets the first down and a little bit more. Ball resting now on the right at the 10. Looks like guys just outside the 10-yard line.
Well, it just you're talking about handing the ball off to Shivers. He's so quick and so really he's not that big of a cat, but he sneaks up through the line. It's kind of hard to pick out who's got the football, even against those white jerseys.
This time it's going to be the handoff, a little trap play in the middle. They're going to hand the ball off to Terrell. Terrell's going to find his way inside and get in for a touchdown.
Looks like we've left 1, 2, 3, about 5 or 6 missed tackles there, Tony, right up the middle, just grabbing a hold and slinging off.
Well, they faked that reverse. I mean, the sweep that they've been running so effectively, and left the ball with the fullback, and he went right up the middle of the field, kept those feet churning, put another touchdown on the board for Carrollton.
And they're going to do their own version of swinging the gate. They bring it back in, could kick the extra point. They're going to bring in number 88, Tyler Newsom. He'll be doing the kicking duties, the senior. He's done a great job so far tonight. Waiting for the snap. Snap, hold, kick is up. And that kick is good. He's perfect on the night. So with 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter play, 49-6 is your score.
And this will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760.
Love this guy.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
For free evaluation.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
We'll go back to Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG as they're going to kick the ball off. Shortest kick so far tonight. Bounces up, taken at the 10-yard line. We'll get a return to the 10, 15, 20. Fall on the block. Going to get out to the outside. Going to slip down and back up. Of course, he's down. Is a flag on the play. That's probably going to be a hold against the Tigers.
Well, we might have been better off from to kick him in the end, zone because we got outside to about the 24 and slipped down at about the 21. And so, depending on where the holding was, it's going to back us up from there. So, guys, you got to kind of find humor where we can, but shoot, shoot.
Yeah. Hurd had the ball. Took you around that left side. They're going to bring him back. He'll have the ball 1st and 10 now from the 10. The Tigers will take it from there. They're going to bring Will Smith back in at the quarterback. He'll have Dunlap behind him. They'll split DeQuiz Johnson to the far side. They're going to have Townsville here in a slot. And then Cueto Florence split wide to this near side. Smith backs up to pass. And he's going to step up in the pocket. 10. Across the 15, down to about the 17-yard line. So he just steps a little draw play with the quarterback. Looks like that was a design, guys. I think that he was actually planning to run that ball.
Well, if it is, we appreciate that play because Will just backed up. And to everybody's surprise, hey, he's going to throw the ball. And all of a sudden, by the time you thought he was going to throw it, he ducks and takes off right up the middle, picks up about 7.5 yards. So nice play call by Coach Floyd and the offensive staff.
Going to run down the line again. He's going to keep it. Turns upfield, going to pick up the first down. And tell you what, Will Smith becoming a big running back right here.
2 plays in a row. He's like, all right, now.
I think he's got the most yards so far on the night.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think Dunlap had a really nice nice gain in the first half. But you're right, 2 straight plays. Will Smith picks up like 12, 14 yards. And he looks like somebody's got to take over this ball game. And so junior Will Smith is looking good right now. Tigers resting on the 24-yard line.
All right, he's going to run again. This is going to be a handoff this time to Dunlap. He's going to fight to the 30. So gain of about 4.5, second down.
And guys, if you're watching this game on the Ustream on eagle1023.com, what you will notice on that handoff is that Darrell Dunlap was hit at the line of scrimmage and just drugged people and laid out for a 4 or 5. They actually give him a 5-yard gain, guys. So that's what we like to see. These Tigers, they're down again, 6 touchdowns, 49-6, but there's no quitting in these guys, Tony and Jack.
Going back to the other side. Handoff into the line, going to be short of the first action. Oh, second effort again. That's Drake Towns. Wow, I thought he was down inside, and he jumps up, fired up, gets the ball all the way across the 45, down to about the 48-yard line. And guys, that was a nice explosion. He had back at around the 35 to pick up that extra yardage.
That's right. That's about an 18-yard gain at least. And you're right. He fooled a lot of folks coming up through those yards, coming through that line of scrimmage. And Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are the starters on defense.
They're all seniors. I was just looking at the roster a second ago, and those front line, those are all seniors that are down there. So maybe you're kind of resting on their laurels a little bit as the Tigers coming out strong in the second half as Dunlap gets across the 50 down to the 45 to the 44-yard line. Second down.
They're going to spot his knee down at about the 44.5-yard line. I used to say it's Big Al Johnson, but Mr. Al has lost so much weight, and he looks pretty good out there. So good for him. But the ball will be spotted on the 45-yard line. 2nd and 3 for the Tigers.
Back in the center goes Smith. Going to go down the line. Going to keep it. Cut up field. Look at him go to the 40.
Wow.
The first down. Fights his way. A little extra effort from Smith. Tell you what, he's in there gangbusters in the second half.
It's almost like he had a come to Jesus meeting with himself over the halftime. He's run the ball like we haven't seen him actually take aggressive stance like that in the last couple of years, no. Jack. I like the way he rounds that corner. He's running like he wants it.
It's not tentative at all. He's cutting up field, trying to pick up some yardage.
That's right. It's good to see junior Will Smith come alive like that.
Takes the snap. Looking, going to throw. Cross it up to Florence. Florence, tripped up at the 30. but he's close to first down yardage. They're going to mark him at the 28. I think that's going to be a first down. Tony, how's it look at from there?
Well, guys, with Will becoming a threat to run the ball, the defenses are not going to key on Dunlap and those types of things. And that last play, a pass play completion, was a result of Will being able to gain some yards running the ball. And that's only going to help the Tiger offense on down the road. Defenses will not be able to key, like I said, on Dunlap as long as Will develops into a serious running threat.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Great point, Tony.
And nice pass play on that one there. It looks like Will was going to actually read option outside. He all of a sudden stops and shoots it out to Cueto Florence for about a 6-yard gain.
And off in the line, we do what we need to do: pick up the first down, keep the ball in the hands of the Troup High School Tigers. First down there, ball resting on the 26-yard line.
Clock is running. It looks like, guys.
Yeah, it hasn't stopped. 2 minutes 43 seconds left to go in the third. 49-6 is your score. Tigers trailing, but Tigers look to put some points on the board here because they still got another season. The rest of the season to go. They got tough matchups still to go. Looking to maybe be third or fourth seed in the region. So there's lots of potential still there. Back under center. Hands the ball off again, and they're going to collapse on us that time. Get about 2, maybe 3 yards out of that one. 2nd and 7.
Well, they're going back to their what used to be basically bread and butter play, just right up the middle behind Mitch Mathis and Wellington Callaway. But Wellington went out in the first quarter or the first half hurt, but he's back in there now, just alongside Mitch Mathis at right tackle. Look at him getting down on the line. He looked like he's stretching a little bit. So
toss sweep going around the far side for the Tigers. Cut inside, and wow, big hit there. It's Mess Bonner is going to go around that left side and get hit pretty hard from his tailback position. May lose a yard. 3rd down and 8.
All right, so let's see what the Tigers come up with now inside the 25-yard line at the 24. As you said, call it 7.5 for the Tigers on the far hash mark.
Into 25 left to go in the third. 49-6 is your score. Smith goes under center. Again, down the line. Hands it off, and we're going to be short of the first down at the 20. Guys, do you try to kick a field goal? You go for it. It's 4th down. To me, it's you just got to keep going. They've got field positions in your favor. You need to try to get your offense moving for the rest of the season. Of course, they are going to go for it. 4th and 5. All right, so they have a slot to this near side. Florence is in the slot position with DeQuez Johnson on the far side. Smith under center. Takes the handoff. Going to keep it, and it's going to be slung down at about the 20-yard line. So Carrollton will take it over on downs. But, hey, guys, I'm happy with that little drive there. So we moved the ball pretty well. Got inside to the 20.
Guys, you know more about the Troup offense than I do. You've seen them more than I have. Is it a read option type deal, or is it a call play in the huddle? Are they working off the defensive end, or can you tell?
I think they've tried it. I think most of the time they're calling a number, Tony. It would be my guess that there's an expectation who's going to get the ball, because it tends to go right there off tackle with the Darryl Dunlap, I'd say 80% of the time. Every once in a while you'll have Will pull it and go around. We just don't pitch the ball a whole lot. We just haven't had very good success with that. That pitch relationship just hasn't developed the way it needs to.
And that's it.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Where can you be encouraged to make your own discoveries? Where can you be challenged to achieve the impossible by professors who know you by name? Our graduates have earned Emmy and Grammy nominations, successfully negotiated major business deals, and been inspired to teach and serve where they're needed most. Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
A quick third quarter.
Much quicker
than an actual 12 minutes.
Than the first quarter.
The first quarter was a good 30-minute butt whooping.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It looks like Carrollton has a lot of their 2s and 3s in now, guys. You may have some new numbers to rip off up there.
And they do have a new quarterback on the field. He's going to put a man in motion coming from the far side. That's number 8. Hand off into the line. Oh, my goodness, this second team offense could go. They're going to bring him down at the about 37-yard line. Number 8, Jack Garrett. Good name there as the quarterback.
Well, and it's good that you can take. I'm a big fan of rotating kids in during the game, not necessarily wholesale offense and defense. But the good thing about when you got the game at hand, it's 49 to 6, and you got the entire number 2s and 3s in there getting some good playing time against still the opposing team, which is Troup Tigers' first string defense.
And I'm not so sure Carrollton's O-line has lost a lot of size.
No, there's some. They just kind of reload here. They're going to hand the ball off in the line to the 40. Brings up second down.
You can look at them physically, though, Jack. I don't know if you can notice it up there, you and Greg. You can see you can tell a lot of these kids are 9th and 10th graders because they just the frame is there, but the body hadn't quite developed yet, and they haven't had those extra couple of years in the weight room. And these are the kids that you're going to see in 2 years that look like they're starters now. The frame is there. And but you can see they're not quite there yet physically.
Big, but a little bit softer than you see in some of those other guys. That first step not as quick. And they're going to put a man in motion, and they're going to hand the ball off into coming around this far side, and we're all over that.
Nice job by Trevosky Calloway from his middle linebacker position. Good pursuit, good read. He and Emmanuel Trammell on that tackle, but you like to see a linebacker, especially from his middle position, to make that kind of pursuit where he's got angle to angle, and that's a good quickness. Not only is he a hard hitter, but he's got some good speed there too. Talking about number 34, junior Trevosky Calloway.
Trevosky actually has kicked the ball a couple of times this season. He's kind of been all over the place helping out the Tigers.
As I'm looking down, seeing some of the other linebackers on Tigers, I see number 35, David Brown, who's a senior this year. And he's come along real well this year. As I was talking to Coach Kendall the other day, and he's proud of the way David's work ethic is. And I'd like to see David take some snaps on defense a little bit. But, we're, again, it's nice to see all those Tigers 2-3 levels deep. And some of the things that Coach Kendall's doing is make sure they get rotated in. And I'm sure it may not be long that he starts subbing in some of these number 2s and 3s, as we call them now tonight, guys.
Right now is the starting defense on the field. Powering Billingsley down there. Big guys down deep. Carrollton going to put a man in motion again. They're going to have a little problem with the snap. The quarterback will take it forward. But he's going to get the first down at the 50-yard line. And I tell you, I got to give a big old hand to some small guards right beside that center to move to Dikembe Billingsley and Devin Power off the line. And here's what you're talking about, Greg, is a wholesale substitution taking place on the field. I see Ness Bonner coming in back at a free safety position.
Cody Abbott, number 53, is in there on a defensive tackle position.
Hunter Mowers will be moving from a cornerback to that safety position. Justice Marable, he'll remain in the ball game. We're going to roll Devontae Cofield. He'll stay in. Kind of set as an outside linebacker there. We'll get a few more names and numbers in for you in just a few minutes. It's like a timeout is called on the field. It's going to be a timeout called by the Carrollton Trojans. Let's take a quick 60 seconds back.
All right, team. Let's get it lined up. We're going to run that play again.
Just like our local head coaches invest their time, effort, and passion into our local teams, LaGrange Banking Company invests time, effort, and passion into our customers. We are committed to bringing success to Troup County for our local teams and schools, as well as our customers.
That's the way to go after it. Well done, team.
LaGrange Banking Company, local, just like you. LaGrange Banking Company, member FDIC.
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor. And through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you one prescription at a time.
Yeah, it's still a comfortable night down here. The weather has not been a problem. Clear skies, nice cool weather for both teams. But unfortunately, the hurricane call with Carrollton Trojans came through town tonight and really put some points up on the board.
Yep. They're going to put a man in motion back to the far side. The quarterback's going to hand the ball to the tailback. He's going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Game of 1, 2nd and 9.
You know, these games, Tony, they tend to wear on the players, but, you know, older guys like us, now I didn't say old guys, older guys, you know, we get excited. We really do. And I promise you, if this was a 7-point ball game, you and I wouldn't be near as tired as we are.
Well, yeah, there's no doubt. I prefer to call us a seasoned person as opposed to an older person. But you know what? I'm just glad I'm getting older, buddy. Still having him birthday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here comes Carrollton back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9 for them. Put a man in motion to the far side. Quickly hand it off to that motion man, who's going to be hit pretty good at the 45-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Guys, I don't know if you could tell, the Carrollton offense is really, timing is really critical.
Yeah.
When they put that guy in motion, is critical to their success when the quarterback hits that snap count exactly at the right time, so that he can either hand that ball to the man in motion or fake it to him. And it's really the precision that they run that offense with is really impressive.
Because if he's not there, then the quarterback's just kind of stuck back in the backfield. So he's going to rely on that timing every time. They're going to run a little crossbuck again, get their first down across the 40, still on his feet, down to the 34-yard line. And a first down for Carrollton. Clock continues to tick. 6:43, 49-6 is your score. Carrollton leading this one.
Nice job by Hunter Mowers. You know, he mentioned he dove toward the end of the first half, and that guy that on the little hitch and go. Right. And, you know, Mowers is in on that tackle there. That's one of the things I like about Mowers. I don't know the kid that well, but as a junior, man, he gives you 110%. And there's people who argue, well, you can't give 110%. But if you can, he's the one that will give it. I promise.
A little more than your all. That's what he's giving. That's for sure. As they're going to hand the ball, new quarterback in for Carrollton. This time it's number 18, DeMarcus Mitchell, a 10th grade quarterback for them.
Another thing about Mowers, guys, he has one thing that you can't coach, and that's speed. He's been in on a lot of kickoffs, and he really has good speed. And you can find a place for him to play if you can run a little bit, I promise.
Not that our coaches didn't try to coach some speed into us, but I don't think either of the three of us ever had any of that.
You guys no comment there. That goes without saying, doesn't it, Jack?
Hey, breakneck lineman speed. That's what we got, buddy.
Be careful now. You guys just join us as Carrollton's moving the ball. 49-6, Carrollton leads this ball game as all the subs are in for both teams. Clock continues to run in the 4th quarter.
Number 22, Mikhail Burden, the ball carrier on that one. Is again, we mentioned we had a new quarterback, DeMarcus Mitchell, in there, the sophomore quarterback for Carrollton. As time continues to tick, as Greg said. 3rd and short, excuse me. Tigers would like to hold them here, keep them out of the end zone. Glancing down the field, got a couple of numbers. 53, Cody Abbott down there as an interior lineman. He'll put a man in motion, and a lot of
balls on the ground.
Yeah, it looks like Carrollton's going to get on it.
What'd you call that earlier? The crossbuck. Crossbuck. It's a handoff in one direction. They immediately hand off it back in the other direction, and the ball was fumbled. They'll move it back to the 28-yard line.
So it's 4th down. I think is this the first 4th down for Carrollton tonight?
Is that Manny Tuazasa Sofo, number 43, or whatever the guy's name is, running off?
I'll ask his girlfriend.
He's got a lot of hair out from under that helmet, huh, guys?
Hey, hair's overrated, brother. I've been telling y'all that for 2 years.
I was wondering what you were going to say, Tony. Oh, man.
Back up to the action here. Man in motion. They hand the ball off in the line of scrimmage. And, hey, good job of this. These 2s and 3s for the Tigers as they make a big hit.
That's Justice Marable and Hunter Mowers in on that one. Man, Justice Marable comes off the top of that pile. He knows he licked somebody. Man, good shot.
He's fired up. 4:02 left to go. The clock continues to tick as the players will exchange. The offense will come back out on the field. And I see Dunlap and Towns out there, along with Will Smith. So that'll be our first-team offense going to try to do something, move the ball down the field a little bit.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things Coach Kendall said at halftime. He's looking for people who are going to compete for 60 minutes.
Yep.
And you know, I think he's going to be proud of what these Tigers have done in the second half. Obviously, the odds were stacked against them in the first half, but they've definitely come out and competed and have played an entire game. Now, obviously, the scoreboard's not going to show that, but I think Coach Kendall overall is going to be proud of the effort from his kids tonight.
Split back again for the Tigers. Smith's going to back up to pass. throw the out to Florence. Going to be short. Florence has to come back for it. Going to be incomplete. Does not stop the clock, though, as it's running, as the score is 49-6 against the Tigers.
Right, and that's for you guys that are wondering, and it's called a mercy rule. Once you're getting 30 points in Georgia high school, if you have a 30-point lead or more going into the fourth quarter, neither coach can stop the clock. They just tend to, it'll be injury time.
Except for the timeout.
That's right. But other than that, the clock will continue to run in favor of the winning team, where they just simply go ahead and take care of the clock.
Dunlap, the ball carrier, he's going to fight his way across the 45 to the 47-yard line. One of the best runs he's had tonight, as he just was not going to be denied getting the first down and more across there. He smells the end zone. He wants to get across the 15 down inside there. The Tigers would like to put at least one more score on the board for this night's over.
And you said last year's score, Jack, was 45 to 13, 42 to 13. You're right, exactly. For you, like to get one more score.
Smith's going to try to run it back in the middle of the field. Last year, 45-13 was the final,
and pretty much a duplicate, a repeat of last year's contest.
Well, the scoring was a little more spread out. Is all. It was different. To have four touchdowns put on you in the first quarter of play is pretty remarkable. Smith back under center. Going to run the option to the right side. He's going to throw the ball. Going to overthrow his intended receiver, Florence, who was running step by step with the man from Carrollton. And the clock continues to tick. Does not stop. Down to a minute 40.
Florence from his outside wideout position over toward the Carrollton sidelines between the hash marks and the numbers, really just on a flag pattern, got inside his cornerback, but Smith just overthrew him by about 2 yards. And
Smith's going to hand the ball to Dunlap, who's going to fight and going to be short of the first down, brings the fourth down. But again, it's about time at this point, guys.
Yeah. And he was right up behind Mitch Matheson, Wellington Callaway, and Hudson Newton. He's able to pick up about 7 yards of the 4th and 3 with the ball inside Carrollton territory at the 46-yard line. So needless to say, with less than a minute now to go, the Tigers will go for it 4th and 3.
Smith will go under center. Toss sweep to Dunlap on the right side. Dunlap ahead of steam to pick up the first down and more. Down to the 20, 10, 5, cuts back in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, you could just see, guys, as Darrell Dunlap took that tall sweep, headed off the right side outside of Wellington Callaway, that he was not going to be denied. He turned it on hard. He wanted that extra touchdown. And we had just got through talking how much replicated it looks like from last year's score. And all we needed was a touchdown, and we'll get our 13 points. Somehow we find satisfaction in that against Carrollton.
I'll take it right now. I'll tell you. I got to yell touchdown Tigers twice tonight.
There you go.
That's 2 more times than I did against Sandy Creek.
That's right. That is right.
Snap, hold, kick is up.
I think it was partially blocked.
Yep, I got a hand on it. So,
in this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call the Mallory Agency today. Check them out on Facebook or on the web at MalloryAgency.com.
So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back is number 1 for Carrollton. And tell you what, he's been tough all night long. And Trey Shavers, he's their leading rusher. And you can tell he's done a great job for them all season long. 30 seconds left to go in this contest, 49-12. He's going to run the ball back across.
When you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com.
Listen, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, guys.
Tell us straight up.
We could save a lot of trees if Carrollton wouldn't have so many stats. There's a lot of paper right there, boys.
Yeah, they have accomplished a lot in their season.
That goes in the recycle bin.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll need it next week. Here comes Carrollton back to the line of scrimmage. And guys, looks like they're kind of going victory formation. They're probably going to take a knee and walk away. And that's exactly what they do. So the time will tick down, and the Tigers will fall 49-12 against a very tough Carrollton team. But it's like I say, it's been a tough night for the Troup High School Tigers all the way around, and turnovers early on, and Carrollton just being Carrollton. I mean, they were just remarkable on offense, and they're number 1, number 2, number 3 back. Chevers, Terrell, and Shepard all had touchdowns tonight, and they were led by their quarterback, senior quarterback, who did a tremendous job. Then had 2 other, Will Garrett.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton. Like a great football.
CB&T with
Like a great football team, great city.